Grievances. Karnas, once a brother of the Bear Shield, and now a horrid servant of the Mists, a powerful Draugr and a ruthless lieutenant of the corrupting powers, has been eluding Frost Valley's grasp for some time now. The talents he's used when leading the shield bearers in the past are making him a challenging foe to face, and many that have tried to lead an expedition have never returned, their reanimated bodies joining the betrayer's undead army. Now, the time of retribution is coming. You move out early in the morning, leaving the inn behind you, resolving to punish the hated foe. You know that you will first need to take away his source of power, the shield. Once a symbol of Karnas, nobility and discipline, now perverted by the Mists and turned into a powerful artifact that protects the betrayer from even the mightiest of blows. Perhaps reclaiming some of the lands Karnas has already subjugated will also deprive the Mists of some of the might shared with the powerful Draugr.
Welcome back to RP Gamepire, and I hope you enjoyed the last quest as we defeated Secra in her crusade. Now we're having old grievances, and I think, again, our foes are just coming back with the influence of the Mist, and old grievances just brings on a new and more powerful foe, as we're going to discover, and the heroes are relaxing at the Heartfire Inn. The tiles are right here to create the land. The rewards is right here. We're going to pull our rewards card. The heroes are all reset. Again, I just don't like this cubes. And that is also set up. And more important, all the heroes are pretty much well equipped, ready to go, and pretty strong. And this quest, okay, so the tiles will be nothing but Borderlands and Deadlands. And more importantly is we got old grievances right here, and the type of enemies we're going to be facing off are blue mindless enemies, which means undead, because they're never mindful. And we have to watch out because our main enemy is called Karnas the Betrayer, and originally he will start off in this position. All right, and he's pretty powerful at this point. But again, not to fear, because at this point with 7 defense on either, it's obliteration. We have to get him to this point, and that's going to be work on its own. We have to also work with this 4 tiles, which we don't know what they are, so whatever we are, we have to just put them in the quest area, and we'll pick on them when we have to pick on them. And the way it works is there's a quest token as A, B, C, D, and shuffle and place them down in quest area. We just don't know. And special, okay, so place on old grievances on the top left. Okay. And special enemies, special encounter card. Enemies to place the card as the betrayer. Okay, and we have that set up. Anything else? Whenever the save border, okay. Whenever in a save Borderlands or Deadlands location at the start of the hero phase, draw 1 random quest token. So we only have 4 quest tokens, right? So this landscape setup anyways is not that long and short. So it's a beautiful quest. We're out for settling old grievances, and let's see how this powerful foe plays out. He already starts in a very scary way, so we know, unlike the other ones, also we can't do much damage to it, but what he could do to us is very kind of scary. He's not vulnerable to anything until we kind of make him change sides. So okay, we'll deal with it, and we'll figure out what it is that he can do, but he will obviously have something to do with the mindless enemies that we're going to face. Let me set up the tiles, let me set up the land we're going to venture forward on, and welcome back to another RP Gamepire adventure. So welcome back, and the heroes are pretty much ready, and we don't know where really we're going to venture forward, as we pretty much set up the tiles, and we just set up the encounters. Hopefully it's merciful. And now we're going to pretty much venture forward, but before that, we're going to have this placed right here, and whatever this tile is, we have to reshuffle for deadlands, and this is a deadland tile per the requirements of this quest setup. Now the heroes are pretty much set up here, and we have, you know what, we have the old grievances right here. We're gonna keep it like this, and I don't know where the heroes want to venture forward. I think they're exhausted after all this amazing quest, but they have to settle what's going on in Vaskier. And okay. We're gonna go up, I guess. And what do you know? We have an abandoned temple. Very nice. By the way, a very, very nice temple. Alright. What does it say? After this location becomes the active location, players may draw a total of 4 cards. Because based on how many... Oh, okay, I like that. We're going to go there. And this place... Okay, so what do we do? Let's do this. So first is reinforcement phase. And all that is set up, by the way. I know you can't see that well in the time phase, but all that is set up. So first is reinforcement, and reinforcement ain't nothing much going on. So then there's travel phase, and the heroes pretty much did the travel phase. And now pretty much they picked up the encounter. Alright, and we're going to do the setup for the encounter, and then we're going to do pursuit, and then we're going to do the hero phase. So we're in a good position, ladies and gentlemen. And if this location becomes safe, we could take 1 token, and hopefully it's merciful. Because the tokens, some of them do good and some of them do bad. Getting back to what we were saying, they get here. So you know what? We traveled here. So after this location becomes the active location, players may deal a total of... So this location they travel to, and this pretty much becomes the active location. Players may draw a total of 4 cards. So we're going to see... First, they're going to draw their original 5 cards. Did we shuffle? So we're going to shuffle again, just for okay. It's a light shuffle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 plus 4. That does well, and they're okay. We're going to do this. You know, I'm going to assume they shuffled already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. All right. Just checking out quickly. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you, amazing as you are, and needed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully, you get a weapon, because you're annoying. Okay, and the allies are there. We have the 1 resolve, and you know what? We'll put this pool here like we always do. And actually, you know what? We always do it here, and we'll leave it here, so hopefully it doesn't get in the way of anything. And the heroes are pretty much ready to take on their first encounter. Okay, Rebellion of the Lost. The Lost always rebel. Okay, it's 0... Alright, 4 plus 1 of red brigands. Oh my god, didn't we face enough brigands? Draw from the red enemy deck, duh, it says right there, until 4 plus 1 tormented enemies are revealed. Place these enemies in the quest area and discard the rest. So, forget about the brigands. So I guess the brigands will come up for reinforcement. Special rule: if there are at least 1 tormented and at least 1 brigand enemy in the hero phase, at the start of the hero phase, place 1 wound and 1 daze on each enemy in the hero space. Progressive: 1 objective token for each enemy that leaves play, or no enemies in play. Boy, we destroy them. We don't even... Okay, we don't care for the objective tokens. We got so good and powerful. We just want to face off the boss. Alright, so let's settle this. So draw from the red enemy deck until there's 4 plus 1 tournament reveal. Place these enemies in the quest area. So is this on top of the red original brigands that we have to take? That's the question I have. If there's at least one torment or at least one in each hero phase, starting. I think it's on top. So that means that there is 5, and then there's 5 of this. So total 10 enemies. Hey boy. All right. So we gotta take 4 brigands, and we gotta get 4 tormented enemies, and then pretty much. If there's at least one tormented brigand enemy in the hero at the start of the hero phase, which is going to be the case, you know, they get a little wound. Okay, we'll deal with it one more. We're going to put the encounter here. That's what we put here. And let's set this up. Alrighty. And now that we're done with understanding the rebellion of the lost, and pretty much our foes have been ready to pursue us, we are ready to handle this. So the first enemy is a Blackwood assassin, and because of what it says as a skirmisher, we faced it before. We need extra range, and we're gonna bring it to Eltha, who's gonna easily handle this one. It goes down to 2. She goes down from 4 focus. Remember, every time you bring a foe into the hero space, your focus diminishes by half, or you average it down in case you can't do a half. And we're facing off some new foes, a Cyclops, and this one, what makes it kind of annoying is the fact that it's relentless. Relentless meaning that you have to kill it, buddy, or else it follows you, and that's a Cyclops. And also the another thing, that if you ever put an ally to defend against it, you know, when this one attacks, when the Cyclops attack, if an ally defends against it, that ally gets destroyed. All right, it's called a man-eater. Okay, what if it's a woman? Does she survive? Okay, that's a different issue. So this brigand will go to our amazing to Fengray. All right, then you got this one, which will go to, I guess, Arani, and we're gonna get this one. Now we're getting to the brigands. The brigands, this one, gonna go to it's gonna go to Aseke, and then we got this one, right? Yeah, so this is still in the brigands, and now who's gonna go between? You know what? Okay, we're gonna go with right here, and that's gonna bring her to 1. And then this one is going to go to, obviously, to our favorite. That's the tormented enemy, by the way. Winged Fiend. They're relentless also, so we got to eliminate them. So then, Aseke is going to take this one. And this one is going to go after our amazing Arani. This is going to put her to 0. And yeah, just exactly. Because pretty much we have no choice. This one is going to go to pretty much Eltha, and this one is going to go to our amazing Fengray. And the pursuit is over. Now, there is kind of a rule that this encounter says, because now we're going to the start of the hero phase. If there is at least one tormented and at least one brigand enemy in a hero space at the start of the hero phase, place 1 wound or 1 daze on each enemy in that hero space. So there is a tormented enemy here, and there's a brigand here, so they're each going to take a damage, okay, which is good for me, makes it easier. And here's 1 tormented, 1 brigand, tormented brigand, and here is the same thing. So every one of these foes are going to get somewhat wounded daze. And a daze means they do a damage less. So the enemies are now all dazed and wounded. And more important, I forgot to put, as a location becomes active encounter location, it becomes perilous. And this location becomes perilous until it's safe. And that's when you remove this. So it pretty much lets you know that we're in a very unsafe location right now. So it's not safe for the heroes whatsoever. So now that we set up, and it kind of worked out for the best, by the way. The active location gave us 4 more cards for per player, and that is an advantage. That's pretty much with this whole at the start. This is like the first encounter at the start with all these enemies, 10 enemies, and pretty much we're at 0 focus as everybody is, as you notice. It's brutal, but also the encounter pretty much wounds everybody. So we'll see how this is going to play out. So who's going to start first? Who's going to start first? Now, obviously, we're going to start with our amazing Aravel, and you might say, huh, why? Well, because we want to make things a little bit easier than they already are. So what she's going to weaken, and who she's going to weaken, not the tormented foes, because if you notice, some of the tormented foes are already very weak with 0 defense. There's that, for the exception maybe one of them or something like that, but brigands are going to be the ones that are going to get weakened up, and that should be our main focus in a sense of getting them weakened in a sense of defense. Now let's see what the heroes will do one by one. So she already started the turn, so it's going to be here. So let's see, what is Elitha going to do? Elitha. Now they're wounded, don't forget, so they're much easier to kill at this point. So we're going to go one thing at a time, and they're all 0 focus. So this one, don't forget, her sword says you deal 1 damage, but you could discard 1 combat card to deal an extra damage. This is going to be pretty much for a total of 3 focus, and this goes on top of your deck. Okay, so 3 focus. Discard 1 combat card. Let's see which one I want to discard. Okay, we don't care for this one. This is a combat card. So we get to pick which enemy we want to, because we just did 3 damage. Now, well, did we have to do that actually? I just noticed that they're weakened. Oh yes, do 1 damage, so it does 2 damage. Sorry, not 3 damage. 2 damage. Well, we're going to start one by one, and I say we're just going to discard this tormented foe, because it does 4 damage, even though it's weakened. So we're going to get rid of this one, and this one is going to give us just 1 resolve, and we got rid of this foe. That's very good. And she's not done. That was a fast action, by the way. A fast action, we could do as many as we want. A regular action, you can only do once. So at this point, and an ally action only once. Okay. So let's see what she's going to do next. And she has any bows or any weapons. Amulet. If the active location has Borderlands keyword, cancelled. Okay, so she's going to put this in her hero space. Yeah, place in your hero space. Just give her defense against Borderlands or anything like that. So this is going to pretty much increase the focus by 1. And any weapons, oh, she gets a sword back. This is going to be amazing because she can attack again. It's a fast action, so she can do that again. So place in your hero space. Yeah, we're going to do that. That's 1 focus. And she will discard another combat card. I want to discard, not this one, discard range. Any 1 action of a range card in your targeting. No, damn it. I don't have any marked enemies. I'm not using that ability very well. Because she has this mark ability. If you use that well, it kind of can benefit you. But she just discarded that. Does 2 more damage. So this gets discarded on the top. And pretty much for another 3 focus. 1, 2, 3. And that will increase. First of all, that will remove 1 token from the time, as you know, and also increase, yeah, well, what am I doing? That's it. Oh, the reinforcement. That's what I wanted to do. 1 for the reinforcement. She did that, and she will kill off this one. That's the only one she can kill off with that. Wow, we are neutralizing the situation, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, so this one will give us another resolve. Now we could use this 2 resolve to flip her, but we're going to use probably a second to do that, unless a second is going to, well, we'll see. 1 thing at a time. Now we have this bow. Now, do we want to take care of that now? And I think yes. So we're going to use the bow, and the bow, it's either is a regular action, but let's see, for 1 damage, okay, so it's a long bow. That's a regular starting weapon, and so she could do this regular action to deal 2 damage. That's what she has to do against the brigand. Okay. Okay, so that's what she was gonna do against the brigand, which has no defense, and that's all you need too, because this brigand is already wounded, and you need extra range, and this is pretty much range of 2 because it's a longbow. So we're gonna do that. We're not gonna even use any cards for that, so that's gonna use 2 focus, and you're gonna get 2 damage. And for each card, you discard, discard. But then you could use as a fact, you made 1 weapon. I don't want this weapon anyways on top of my. Okay, so so that will kind of eliminate this. Not kind, will eliminate. And we did this very well, by the way. Yeah. 2 resolve right now. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing very, very good. So the only crappy part about this, we're stuck with this 5 cards, and she has no weapon on the next round. Unless she does this, which is she has 2 of that. Draw 2 weapons. So she's going to eliminate this 2 cards, and pretty much she's going to pick up 2 cards. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We have the short sword. Discard 1, no. Resolve 1 action of a sword in your hero space. Okay, no. No, okay, so we're just going to take this, and we're going to do this, and equip this, so it's done. And pretty much her focus is really ridiculously high, but she has no enemy to worry about. She has 4 cards, and in the end of the round, are you sure you want to finish? Yeah. She will just take this card, and which is another useless card that doesn't give her any weapons. It sucks that you can't just simply discard, but she has this weapon. Okay, so okay, she's done. Let's excuse me. Let's move forward quickly and see what a second will do. Yeah, let's go to her. Okay, a second. First, she's gonna replace this loot with this loot, and I will discard this loot. All right, and the next thing she's going to do. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! She has options. She has this. Don't forget, this is a fast action, and whew, she can use this right now to kill. She needs combat cards. She doesn't have any combat, but she could do this for deal 2 damage for 2 focus. So that's what she's going to do. Discard this at the top of your deck. Okay. So she's going to do that for 2 focus. It's going to bring 2 focus and eliminate one of them. And we don't really care which one. And we're going to say we're going to eliminate this one. And this one is just going to be 1 resolve. I like that. We're going good here. Now, you're not done, honey. You still got this up. Oh, well, she can use this. When resolving an action of a sword or dagger and retreat all knowledge. Okay, no, we don't care for that right now. She doesn't cancel 2, draw a card, and then any player may draw a card. I like this. Increase your focus by 1. And you know what? We know you're going to get the sword back, which we're going to use very soon. And we're going to make you just draw a card, because you're just hopeless losing weapons. And we're going to use this to pretty much put in your hero space, and she's going to use this again. Oh, it's a regular action. You can only do that 1, but you could use the fast action to deal 1 damage. And the only problem with that is you need a combat card to just 1 more. I could use these characters, but you know what? I don't need to use that. What I'm going to do is use this one, ally action, to attack an enemy for 2 damage. For 3 damage, and it has no defense, right? Because this is a brigand. And we have eliminated another enemy. Aseke. Alright. And that, I love how fast and things are moving and how well. But this hero has done his action. This hero doesn't need to do any action, can't do any action. Nobody's there threatening Aseke. And let's see, cancel, no. The sword is there, we're good. Move 1 enemy to any hero space you may discard. Okay, no. Discard 1 song card. discard one song and place one on any card in play. Bury this card. Cancel 2. Yeah, she's gonna keep all this, and she's doing great. She has no problem, and we're gonna go to our favorite Arani, where we try to help as best as we can. Oh, oh. She's gonna use her ability before that, and she didn't pick up any cards, so she didn't change. So she could still once per round. Reflex, you may discard a card to draw, and she's gonna whenever, you know what? She's gonna use this one, the moving enemy thing, and that will pretty much save the resolve and say, hey, we're good. Now, Arani, you can go, and let's see what Arani will do. She has her mace, her holy symbol, her chainmail, and she has this 2 foes. And one is a tormented foe, and one is a cyclops, which is a brigand. Cyclops brigand. Oh my god, the brigands are getting tough. Okay, well now we got all sorts of weapons and shields, and okay, we're good. Okay, we're gonna place this in our hero space for future defense. So we're gonna increase the focus by 1. We don't care. And now what we have to watch out is regular action. So we have to watch out here. Reflex for each, no. For each, no. Regular action. Resolve any one action of a weapon, no. Reflex, deal 2. Place, okay, deal 2 magical damage. That could be good. Okay, so we're gonna be able to do actually eliminate both enemies at once. So she's gonna, because they're already wounded, so she's gonna use this for 3 focus. Forget about placing the fire token damage. So this is for 3 focus. We'll bring her to 4. Okay, and the original 1 focus came from putting this in your hero space. So she's going to cause 2 magical damage, which doesn't matter to who at this point. And let's say it's going to be to this red sand thrall. Alright, and this gets eliminated, and she gets another resolve. She is resolved, and she gets resolved. Alright, so that does that, and we can even use this hero, companion, to pretty much take care of the other. So this gets discarded. Okay, we'll put it right here, and then she will use this, because might as well, to attack this ugly looking cyclops, because it says any ally this enemy is assigned to is eliminated when this enemy attacks. So it doesn't attack, it's being attacked. 4 damage, and pretty much it has only 1 defense, and pretty much wait. So it has 1 armor. Yeah, it's enough because it already has 1 damage from here. It gets eliminated. I like it. I like the way you move. Alright. So this is resolved. Yeah, it gives me 2 resolve. Oh boy, I like the way this is coming along. And we're moving very, very fast. Wow, we're using so many resolve. We don't even have resolves. Give me 1 second. So I hope you're following how the heroes are pretty much handling and eliminating 1 foe at a time. And sorry for this. Alright. Okay, so moving right along. Arani pretty much used her ally. She pretty much used this to eliminate those 2 foes. Let's see if there's anything she wants to. She didn't even use her own weapon. This is what makes it all amazing. For each, let's see, at the hero reflex, you may move 1 card. No, she doesn't have anything to, she may equip the shield. Faster placing your hero space. You know what? She has this shield. She doesn't have a shield. So you know what? She's going to put the shield for 1 focus. Anyone, we can't worry about the focus. I know the focus is very high, but if we can eliminate all the enemies within the same round, then pretty much it's going to be a safe area, and then we're going to rest, and all the focus will be back to normal. So let's not worry about that. Let's see what we can set up. You know what? This is a trinket, so it's placed if the active location has a Borderlands keyword. Let's put it just for safety purposes. So again, these heroes are getting well set up. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but I'm going to prepare this. Okay. She's well equipped. She didn't use anything. She's okay. I think think we're gonna go to Fengray right now. Okay, so let's see what Fengray will do. Fengray, the Great One. Okay, so there's 3 foes on his space, but he has to do this very, very, very strategic. For he is the strategic. A lot of healing. Ancient. Ooh, soldering spear. What are you doing with a spear? Okay, we won't go into there. We caught you with a hunting bow. We won't even ask you what you did that for. Why would you even take that as a reward? Okay. So as a fast action and you may deal +1 for each. Okay, no. So we don't need that. That's overkill. Regular action. So we need something that regular action. Resolve any one action of a weapon in your hero. Deal extra damage. We don't care for that. This is not good. We might go for another round. Cancel. 1 damage. No, we don't care for that. This is regular action. After an action, you resolve, eliminates an enemy, move any one weapon from the discard pile into your hero space. You resolve any one action of a weapon card in your hero space. Mighty Cleave. I like that. Okay, so basically it says resolve an action, which is a regular action in this case, because any action. After an action you resolve, eliminates an enemy, move any one weapon card from your discard pile into your hero space, and you resolve any one action of a weapon card in your hero space. Okay, so Mighty Cleave. So we're going to use this as a regular action to deal 2 damage, because that's all we need. Okay, and we're going to do that to eliminate this enemy. So for 2 focus, what we're going to do is you may discard. No, I don't want to discard anything. So this is going to get discarded. Okay. Oh, whoa. This gets discarded on top of my deck, so that won't work. So we have to do this one, which deals 3 damage for 3 focus. Oh boy. Okay. It's overkill, but we did that as a choice. We could. And we're going to eliminate. And the reason why I did that, because this one gets discarded card, because we got to discard it. Don't forget, you have to discard the card to obtain the card and to put it back into your hero space and to use it again. Okay. So anyways, we eliminate this enemy and we obtain 1 more resolve. Okay, follow me along on this one. All right here. So now this weapon comes back. So and you move any one weapon card from your discard pile into your hero space, and you may resolve 1 action of that weapon. So it's going to cost me again focus, which is not a problem. And at this point, oh, this is going to work out better than I thought, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to use this one, so to deal again 3 damage for 2 focus, and 3 focus. This gets discarded anyways. But 2 focus. I think I made a mistake before, so this should be a 4 now. And it does deal 3 damage. It's going to do 3 damage to this enemy, or 3 damage to this one. Yeah, 3 damage to this one, which eliminates. Actually, you know what? This one doesn't have. It's okay. It's a regular enemy. It loses 2, 3. So we might need to do 4. Yeah, we need to do 4 to pretty much eliminate. So sacrifice a combat card, which I'll resolve any one action of a weapon in your hero space. If that action deals any damage, you deal +2. So pretty much I'm going to use increase focus by 1. If you're following me, just to increase the damage of this Mighty Cleave, which allowed me to reuse this weapon, which gets kind of discarded right now, which did 5 damage, which is way more sufficient than I need to eliminate this ugly looking Cyclops, which is going to give me 2 resolve, not 1 resolve. And we have enriched ourselves. That's how powerful our heroes are. And now, you know what? I'm going to put this ring right now just for the hell of it. And that's going to increase my focus by 1. And then we're going to put this. And we don't care about the reinforcement increasing because we're not going to go there. And it's going to go back to 0. But basically, we're going to place this one to just be ready ourselves for 2. And this is the only problem we're causing issues on the time factor. So we gotta watch out, because once 4 tokens get removed, the time increases, and reinforcement goes back by 1, even though it's meaningless. And now, do we want to do anything? I don't want to use the healing potions for that. So you know what? My brave ally will attack this foe, which has only 1 defense, which you know. So 1 defense, and pretty much she will do the 2 damage that she needs to pretty much eliminate it. And that's all I need to smile on, and we're going to get another resolve that we so direly need to survive this old grievance. And now, by the way, the heroes have miraculously, not miraculously, they have so, and pretty much end is pretty much when all enemies are pretty much out of here. And we're going to put that pretty much there, because the heroes have done very, very well. We have resolved and eliminated all these foes. And the next thing what we're going to do is, after the hero phase, let's follow along. Hero phase done. Defense phase. I feel silence. The enemies have done it again, getting crushed by the valiant heroes. Alright, the encounter phase. Well, the encounter phase, nothing happens. Now the heroes get rewarded. And let's see what the reward is going to be chosen for each hero. And the heroes have obtained their reward. Each one, he got a great sword, she got a potion of inspiration, she got the amulet of concentration, and the potion of inspiration. Alright, the potion of inspiration lets you draw 3 cards, and the amulet of concentration, we already met the great sword, so we know what the great sword, and it's very deadly because it lets you not attack 2 enemies at 1 space. But this one pretty much is place your in your hero space, place 1 objective token on this card. You may discard up to 2 cards to place another objective token. Okay, fast action, place 1 objective token on any other card in your hero space. And this is very good for her because she does that a lot. Alright, and this goes here. So we've done the encounter phase. Everyone got rewarded, and the location becomes from perilous to safe now. And the heroes can pretty much rest. So let's see. So the heroes, this only gives you +1, resolve, restoration. So we're gonna start with her. She gets an extra, pretty much 1 when she restores. So this 2. So all she needs to do is just basically this gets back here, and she's good to go. For him, well, it's 2 plus that is 3. So it's just gonna be those 3 cards. And the reason why I say 3 is because it's 2 hero restoration, 1 restoration there. That's a total of 3. So for her, it's +1, and plus that gives her 2. So it's gonna leave 1 more lingering. All right. And then for her, it's +2, and well, pretty much plus the 1 there. That makes it 3 if you're following along. And that pretty much settles for that. And the heroes have done that. Now it's a time phase, and time phase goes up by 1. All right, so this was, it goes up by 1, and now that we did that, okay, and time phase, and then it goes to reinforcement, and we do the travel, and the reinforcement goes back to 0, and we go to travel, and we're going to decide where we travel. And at this point, but don't forget the quest rule that says about, let me first, before we move on, because the quest does say something. All right, we could have taken one of those active tokens, but we didn't. So now at this point, you know what the heroes will do? They will just travel on. So let's see where they go to, and they're gonna travel here, and pretty much when this location is the active location, players may spend 1 resolve to reveal all adjacent locations. Well, I know we can afford it, so what we're going to do is going to actually do that, and we're going to see what is all the active locations around. And not bad, not bad. Okay, again, we don't have to spend too much, but we want to get all the active locations, but except one of them of these tokens is very, very bad. So this location becomes perilous. Okay, and now the next thing we need to do is we need to take up another Borderlands Let's see, is this borderline? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Night Prowlers. Okay, but before that, when I active encounter this, we take a token and see what happens here. Please be good and merciful. B. So B, based on a quest, if we pick up the token B, place 2 wounds on the special encounter card. So that's the way it works, and this gets removed. So we're going to put 2 wounds right here to remind us, okay? So that is pretty much how it is, and we're going to set up this encounter, and we're going to ready to pretty much to tackle on this, foes, and hopefully they are, well, not to say complain on the last one, but we did very, very well on the last encounter. Alright, we were done with that. That was a mess, but we managed to resolve that last token, and we did actually another wound to the special encounter, which we're going to see more of what that is about. And anything else I forgot, they're all well rested. And alright, I guess they're pretty much set up. They're doing very well. They're very, very mighty and powerful, these adventurers, and also their allies, companions. So these adventurers pretty much had an awesome adventure as they're trying to put an end to Karnas, you know, the former shield bearer, and who happens to have this mighty shield. But okay, let's, you know what, step forward, see what's going to happen. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything before, you know, this long night ends, or might drag on, depending how we pretty much face it. Okay, so as you could see, what I want to do is, like I did before, I want to okay, we're gonna go step into here. After this location becomes the active location, add 2 resolve to the pool. Okay, we could handle that. Let's put that here for now, and remove all these tiles which have no purpose, as one would say, at this point. So we get more room, so you can see the valiant heroes in action. In mighty action. Okay, so let's put the tiles over here. The reward deck was pretty much obsolete to us. Okay, we're gonna add 2 resolves to the pool. Okay, alright, and now more important, this becomes the center point. Don't forget the special encounter has 6 wounds. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, because supposedly this dude is a bad dude, and he has 3 times. So that's 12 plus 5. That's 17 vitality minus 6. So he has only 11 vitality left. But he works a little awkward. Right now he has 7 defense. So pretty much we could kind of wound him, but it's gonna be very tough. So we don't want to right now wound him. We want to kind of avoid him or keep him away as best as we can. So let's try to do that. Again, old grievances. Yeah, Karnas the betrayer. He did betray us, but he's gonna feel the wrath of Fengray, who happens to know him based on the lore, and we're gonna find out about that more later on. So anything else I should know here? Place the old grievances, location, place Karnas the betrayer next to a special encounter. Okay. So we have the shielded side up. Undead zombie. Remove 2 from. Oh boy. So we don't want him to pretty much get all fancy on us. Fancy. Alright, and now this encounter has become the encounter, so let's see what it is. So, this reinforcement by 2 mindless, then blue mindless. So we got blue foes here. That's undead, by the way, mindless ones. Setup rule: place Karnas the Betrayer in the quest area with a shielded side face up. Place 1 objective for each wound on this card. Okay, there's 6. So we're gonna have 6. Alright. So I don't know if 2, that's 4 and 6. I don't know if the wound kind of wounds him, but I don't think so. I don't know if it weakened him or anything like that. You know what? I'm gonna play as if he has no wounds on him. I'm sorry. But this, I'm going to say that this wounds are pretty much... So, let's see this. When there are objectives equal to 2 times the amount of heroes, which is 8 at this, 4, but 8 plus 2, 10. Discard, flip, harness card. So we're not that far away, and a hero may attack this card, range 1, to place 1 objective token for each 3 damage or 2 damage, magical damage. Oh boy. So 1 objective, so we need 10 to make him flip over. Why would we want to make him flip over? Because he becomes really weak, and at this point we could really attack him. Whenever an undead enemy attacks in the same area, we gotta make sure no undead enemy is near while swings. Very important. If he becomes enraged, he removes 2 objective tokens, which makes him automatically spin back to this, which causes us issues. So we got to make sure he doesn't become enraged. He is vulnerable to divine and flame. At the same time, he has wild swing. This enemy activates to attack 5 times each time, targeting different hero, and is considered to be each. Oh boy, the player may choose the order of... Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me choose. Okay, so basically we gotta... And what would happen here, shield battle, whenever a player buries any card, we get basically weakened, so we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to resolve this as soon as possible. We want to eliminate all the undead around us. Okay, so we got to get objective tokens here, and we're going to survive his wrath. And this creates reinforcements of +2. So let's keep it right here, but we know what we need to do. And he has no damage on him. And I believe he has 17 vitality. Yeah. This is going to be very, very interesting. Alright. All the heroes are ready. Let's bring it, shuckers. Alright. Like we usually do. First things first, this is the mindless enemies we're going to face. They're all blue and atrociously ugly. This one... It's always between them two, and I'm going to take this one to be with Fengray. And that's going to bring you to 2. This one, because it's range, it's going to go with you, 2. And this one is going to go with you. And it's going to bring you 1. And this one is going to come to you. Ooh, we're going to bring her down a bit. And this is going to bring you to 1. Then, we got this, so we're going to give you to Fan, and it's going to bring you to 1. We're going to give you to her. It's going to bring her to 1. And now it's between any one of these losers. I'm going to bring it to her. And then we got to deal with this one. Whew, right now he's not that weakened, but he becomes divine and flame. But at this point, you know what? She can heal. And she can cancel some damage. You know what? We're gonna give it to you, but we gotta take care of those crazy undead. Okay. So now that we did that, don't forget we gotta get 10 of these tokens. Okay, 10 of these objective tokens. You know what? We should put it right here, so we don't get confused. I hope you could see it a little bit. You know what? I'll bring it a little bit here. You know, we're gonna put it on the. You know what? We're gonna stack it up right here, so you can see it. Okay, so let's focus. We're going good. Now, we're basically our main objective is to go and hunt down and kill some mindless suckers. All right. And did we bring this focus from 1 to 0? I believe, yeah, it should be. No, it's 1. I think it remains 1. And this one should go 1 to 0. Because she has 3. Okay, so this is 0. That makes sense. 4, 2, 1. This one is 3, 1, yeah, and this one is 4, 2, and 1, yes. So that makes sense. So who would want to go first? And it only makes sense that you go first. Pay your resolve, and she will spin, and then she'll pay for more resolve, and just to get this her back to normal. So now we chose mindless. I wonder why. So all mindless are getting pretty much -2 to their defense, magical and physical. So this means they're easy picking, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's do it one by one. Who do we take care of first? Doesn't matter really at this point, but we gotta cost 3 damage. So this one already does 3 damage. It will bring focus to 2, so I'll bring it to 3. Okay, and for each card, okay, no, place this card on top of your deck. I like the way you think. So this brings it like this. This removes this sucker. Alright, and this will give me 1 resolve. Just follow the lead now. It's gonna be blitz, blitz, blitz. And then we got, she can use, no, she can use that. She just used that. And this does 1 damage. Or we could, oh, this is a regular action. This does 3. Let's see if we could do anything. Reflex, cancel. Borderlands. This is Borderlands. It's not Borderlands. Fast action. Discard 1 from any card and remove to resolve any one action of a ranged card. Nope. Nope. Fast action. Place in your hand. Place 1. Okay. This is not good. Move on this card. 2 objective tokens on this card. Okay. We got some mindless suckers, but okay. Fast action. Move this card to any range card. And reflex. Place in your hand. I don't like this. Discard 1 objective token card in your hero space. What to do? Put a place in your hero space. Place 1 objective. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you the cards. Fast action. Place in your hero space. Place 1 objective on this card for each enemy in your hero space that has a mark. Okay, no reflex. Move 1 objective from this card to any other card in your hero space. Nope. We don't have what we want, and this one only does 1 damage. As a fact, you may discard 1 combat card to deal +1. That won't kill it, so there's no point to pretty much do that. I don't like that. Once per turn, 1/5, you may place 1 objective and active counter. Okay, no. Once per hero turn, in fact, you may move 1 weapon card from your discard button. No, we don't need that. So you know what? This kind of ends our turn, sadly. So, and this doesn't attack on the same round it enters. Okay, I can live with that. Which means those guys are pretty much, well, they're not gonna attack us right away. So, what to do? Let's see. You know what? We're gonna have a second here, and this is at 1. So this one, attack an enemy. You may discard an arcane or combat to attack again. So a hero may attack this card range 1 to place. So a hero. Well, there's allies. So I don't know if they're considered allies. So a hero or an ally, and I believe an ally could, because in the Hero Hearts of the Mist, that's when allies got introduced. So this old grievances were old grievances in Mistfall. So hence this could do that attack. So that's what I'm going to do. So this one is going to do that attack twice. So I'm going to spend and put it to 5. and it's gonna attack twice. Discard an arcane or combat to attack. Your ally receives 2. Okay, so you know what? This is what's gonna be discarded, and that's an arcane card. And he's gonna do twice, so that's gonna put 2 objective tokens, and that gives me puts us really close to pretty much doing some damage, starting to do damage on the Karnas, the betrayer, who will do the spin on us. We still didn't do anything on this, and by the way, this gets flipped, and we're gonna pay the 2 resolve to unflip. That's the beauty. Now, don't forget that's weakened, so it has 4. Well, it's not a big deal. So this attack an enemy for 2 focus, and that was 5, 7. Oof, that gives a deer, and that's gonna increase our reinforcement by 1. And yeah, that's gonna do 3 damage here, but still 1 more damage. I'm gonna use this sword, which is gonna may discard a combat. No, just deal 1 card. Doesn't get discarded this card. So we're gonna do 1. It's gonna increase to 1. It's gonna kill it because I want to do the 4 damage. So basically, we did 3 damage from here, and we did 1 damage from the fast action from the short sword, which doesn't get discarded. The weapon, because we only did 1 damage, was enough for 4 damage right here, and that eliminates this. So it gives us back 1 resolve. Alright, I like that too, the way things are progressing right now. And I didn't lose anything here other than this card getting discarded right here. So this one reflects you may in cards in your hand as if they're hand song keyword. After you resolve an action of a song or arcane card, 2 players may draw 1 card for each one player. Song. Did I? I didn't play a song. And let me see. Is there something I could do? Because now those 2 attacked. She used the sword, which she can use again as a fast action, which I didn't notice, which was amazing. It's weird. This sword doesn't say to place it on top of your deck, but this one does. Even though this one is a little mistaken in the term here, it's blunt. It should be instead bladed. Either ways, reflex cancel when resolving an action. Reflex draw 1 card if you have no instrument. Okay, discard 1 song. Comment. Oh, you know what? I think she did what she could do, and I think she's gonna be done. All right, we're moving right along. I like this. You know what? We're gonna go to. I hope I don't regret this. You know what? I'm gonna go to Fengri. Let's see what Fengri can do. So the first thing he's going to do, he's going to use these 2 cards to pretty much draw 2 cards. So he's going to draw 2. And this one lets him draw another one. And he's going to draw another one. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to really pick her up. Smoldering Spear. That was range of 2. Okay, reflex. After an action you resolve eliminates an enemy. Move any 1 weapon card from your discard pile into your hero space. You may resolve as one. Ooh, boy. Okay. Regular action. Resolve any 1 action of a weapon in your hero space. If that action deals any damage, do +2. Move any enemy into your hero. Okay. Reflex. Okay. So after an action you resolve eliminates an enemy, move any 1 weapon card from your discard pile into your hero space. So we did this before, Mighty Cleave. 1 action of a weapon card in your hero space. Okay. So this one, which is a famous one, it attacks 2 different enemies. So deal 3 damage, which is all we need to eliminate those mindless suckers. So to 2 different enemies, right? So we're gonna use this one, the Great Sword, and it's gonna come back, right? So it's gonna increase from 1 to 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. And now we eliminated these 2 suckers, right? Because it does 3 damage to each, and that's the 3. They have 3 vitality. This will give me 2 resolve, amazingly so. Here we go, and we still retain our weapon, and we could do 1 action of a weapon card in your hero space, which is this one. And it says here, a hero may attack this card, range 1, and for each 3 damage physical melee attack, it gets 1 objective. We only need 2 more to flip. So what we're gonna do is, this one deals already 3 damage, so it will be 1 objective token. But it says you may discard 1 combat to deal +1 to each enemy. Bury this. Okay, we can attack again. Let's see what we want to do. Okay, so we're gonna do it again. So it's gonna only give. It's kind of silly, but we have to do it. You discard. You may resolve any 1 action of a weapon. You may. You don't have to. So maybe we could do. But this is the weird, because this was a reflex, so it enabled us. So I don't think we did a regular action per se. And let me know that, because this will change everything to factor in. Because we used this reflex to pretty much, after an action was done, to redo an action. So we may do it. So no, it actually does use the regular action. Sorry to say that. So might as well use this. It's going to increase from 5 to 9, and that will pretty much bring it. Oh no, sorry. This will pretty much bring it here to 2nd reinforcement, and bring this one right here, and the greatsword gets removed. Now there's no 2nd enemy. Here may attack this card, range of 1, but again, it's not in the hero space, so one can argue it's not necessarily fine to attack it, and this card gets discarded. And discard instead. Bury this card, or discard a combat card from your hand to discard this card instead. So I have to discard a combat. Move an enemy into your hero space. So I'm going to discard this combat card to let the greatsword be there. So I might pick it up later. Oh, but I got the ancient blade, which is a regular action right here. And this one is a regular action also. It deals fire damage. It's range. I could throw it, and the good thing about it, it's vulnerable to fire. Okay. Did we put the other objective token here? So this, we got 2, we got 4, we got 6, 8, 9. We're just missing 1. And resolve any 1 action of a weapon in your hero space. This is a regular action, so we can't do that. We put that one as a weapon. Oh, she can. Oh my lord, I love you. So I totally forgot you, because that's 1. So she's going to, and she's going to increase by 1. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And pretty much that will cause the final one. And there's 10 objective tokens, which means you, buddy, are unshielded. Alright, so yeah. So she's vulnerable to, he's vulnerable, Karnas is vulnerable to Divine and Flame. I love that. And now that you did that, why is this flipped? Yeah, it's creepy like this. I don't know why I flipped it. Okay, and everybody's focus is really high. And is there anything? 1 hero or ally plays this card on the bottom of the reward deck. You know what? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna heal 2. Alright, and I'm gonna bring it back to the bottom of the discard pile. And then once per round, as a fast action, you may move any one of a shield, weapon or shield from the discard pile to the top of your deck. And I think I like this weapon for many reasons. And is there anything else? this cancel, cancel, cancel. Alright, so we are 3 and oh, that's it. Yeah, we're done here. Regular action, resolve any one action of a weapon. Okay, no. Reflex, draw 1 card. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. Now it becomes her turn, and she has an opportunity to do some damage, and we gotta make sure that he doesn't become enraged, and that might happen soon actually, because based on the next timestamp. So I don't think we're gonna get too good on here, but let's see what we could do. So until the turn, hero ignores the way. Okay, so attack an enemy. Okay, so we could attack him and keep his wounds. By the way, he keeps the wounds that he takes. So at this point, 4 will do only 2 damage. But maybe we want to eliminate this, and maybe she can try to do this. So you know what? We're gonna have him for 2 focus attack. I think she was 0, so 2 focus. She's gonna attack this one. Piercing effects, bladed. So no piercing, so that's good. So that's one resolve. Alright. Okay, so that was done. Let's see what she will do. She got the 1 resolve for the group. Eliminated that one. So I have this one. And it becomes really powerful because we have to watch out. Whenever an undead enemy attacks the same area, the enemy deals +2 or +2 magic, and then place 1 wound on the enemy. But we want to eliminate it. This one has 4 vitality. So how do we do this? So let's see what she can do. And it's vulnerable to flame, blunt. So pretty much, it's not blunt. Arcane gear, this mace. Oh, okay, I could be wrong. Draw 3 cards. This could help us. Ooh, this can really help us. Do this. 1, 2. Arani. Draw 2 cards. And did that increase the focus? No. Draw 2 cards, but this will increase the focus. But we're going to do that because we want to maximize our damage here. Any key location has keyword Borderlands. You're freaking useless. Alright, so place this in your reflect, cancel 1 damage. We don't care about that. 1 hero. Oh, no, we don't care about that for now. Move 1 card from any player's discard pile into their owner's hand. Bury one card from your hand to discard pile. No, we don't care. Resolve any 1 action of a weapon in your hero space. If the action deals any damage or magic, place 1 on the target enemy. Regular action. So we can. Do we focus on him? That's the question we have here. 2 arcane to deal +1 damage. Okay. Can only maximum 2 arcane. We don't have arcane. Or another one. This is amulet, gear, blessing, divine protection. Okay. So any damage, put fire on the enemy. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. This is not going the way I want. So we might as well eliminate this one at this point. Okay, so what we're gonna do is 4 damage. So what we need to do is, we do. I don't want to do that. Nope. Okay, so this is 3. We need 1 arcane. We don't even have an arcane. That's a fast action until the end of armor, shield, weapon. Ignores that. Okay. Well, happen to notice that the very weapon that she's using to bash this skeleton is going to be the arcane that she has to discard. So she's going to do that. So it's going to do a total deal plus. Okay, so it's going to do a total of 4 damage. And this gets for each card discard this card. Alright, so pretty much this will eliminate that, and this will be a total of 3 focus, so that will bring it to this. And oh boy, we got reinforcement that forces the time by 1. That's not good. And more important, and yeah, we took that one resolve, did we? If not, here, not that it's going to make any difference on the pool side. We have this. We are, yeah, so we eliminated that. Now this enemy is still the way it is. It's still vulnerable. Whenever heal at the you may reflex. You may move 1 card from your burial pile. We don't have anything buried, and I don't think we're going to be able to take any new cards per se here because the way she's set up. So you know what? I'm going to do something very risky, and I'm going to go make some purchases for her because it goes straight to her hand, and her hand is not ended yet, so she can make that resolve purchase for obtaining new feats and maybe aiding her defeating Karnas. So Arani decided to go on and purchase this 4 amazing cards, and that will cost a total of 8 resolve. So that's 2, 3, 4, 2 more, and it's a total of 8 resolve right there. So now that but the cards that she got is going to go straight to her hand. I don't think can help right immediately, but any one action of a hammer or a mace card deals, well, pretty much any damage or magic damage deals an additional damage pretty much. And discard up to 3 divine cards. For each card discarded, move 1 enemy from here. Basically, and fast action can heal a 6 anywhere you like, and place a hammer mace from your discard pile on top of your deck. So okay, so she's gonna do this. She's gonna use this to place a 1 focus, and she's gonna spend another focus to bring anyone this on top of her deck. Place a hammer or mace card from your discard pile on top of your deck. All your divine cards receive the combat keyword. Alright, so this one is mace. Yes, it was good. Alright, so I'm good with that. Now what else? Place in your hand. Hero space. This was also, I guess I could do that next time. It doesn't have to go now. This one also, this one discard up to 3 divine cards for each. Alright, I don't have 3 divine cards. That's kind of sucks, but we'll see what happens now. I think, oh whoa, I have all these cards. What am I doing? Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually discard up to 3 divine cards for each. And this is a divine flame card, so only one, so it's going to do an extra damage. Divine flame holy back to the shadows. So it's a divine ability. So it's going to discard up to 3 divine cards. For each card discarded, move 1 enemy from a hero space to a quest area. Alright. 1 and 2 focus. Oh boy. No. This will cause it to go, well, what resolves first? Because this will go enraged. But if I already pushed the enemy there, it cannot be enraged. Would that logic work? If the target enemy is a miscard undead, yeah. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna use this to push him right here, which will make enrage, but cannot be in rage because it's not in my hero space. I'm gonna discard 3 divine cards. One divine and what? Yeah, divine only. Damn it. Okay, real cancel. Okay, another divine and another divine. Okay, so I discarded 3 divine cards. If you followed me, and what I'm going to do to that one is going to be pretty much 1 flame and 1 wound. And because of that flame, it's vulnerable to flame. It's going to, and it's vulnerable to divine. All right, so it's going to take, because it's coming, well, I believe, okay, so it's going to take this. So it's going to take 2 wounds instead of 1 because it is vulnerable to flame kind of damage or divine. So either way, it has 2 damage. This is going to have an extra damage. It's there, so it's pretty much not threatening us in any way. Yeah, early action, 1 action, if any action, no. Move any 1 card from any player's discard pile to the owner's area. No. And no. Faster. What did I get rid of? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This sucks because she has no weapon as usual. And okay, and now the worrisome part is now it is the defense phase. In the defense phase, there is no real enemies to attack us or to do any singular damage. So except, let's see what happens here. Dark Lieutenant, whenever any, okay, no, wild swing from hero space. So it's not in any hero space. So it's not going to do the wild swing. The enemy activates from hero space. So it's not in any hero space. So the defense aid, it stays there in the end of the defense until the pursuit phase. So this is going to become a wound. Okay, so it has 3 wounds already, and that's good. And because if you remember, it goes hero phase to the hero phase to the defense phase to the encounter phase, and the encounter phase we're still good per se of what we see here. Yeah, and okay, special when there are progression and hero okay, incarnate betrayer, shield face up, place. Okay, all right. So anyways, so getting back to that, there's the time phase. If a raging enemy symbol is reached, each player enrages 1. If the reinforcement track, okay, so time phase. So we go by 2 based on this. So what's going to happen is we're going to land here and nothing will really activate because we land on the 5 spot. And we got 1 more token right here, if you notice that. And that pretty much 1 more will make us, well, not going to change much. Then we got the reinforcement phase, and reinforcement is by 2, and it's going to increase the time by 1, which increases the reinforcement by 1, and which increases the time by 1. Oh my god, this is really souring up. So we still have, so basically we reinforce by 3. We bring pretty much 3 ugly looking mindless suckers, and not from that pile that we just discarded over there. And then well, there's no travel phase, and we're going to do then the pursuit phase. So let's get this 3 suckers, and I think Karnas is just going to come back right at us. Well, luckily for our great shuffling, it's this 3 mindless dweebs. And we're gonna go first. Who has the most? Oh, she has. So Arani's gonna get this one, which is gonna bring her from 11 to 5, and then it's gonna be obviously Fengray, which is going to bring him from 10 to 5. And then it's going to be a second. I don't know what we're doing, but 8 to 4. And then we got this one, which is between this two. But she don't have a weapon. That's the thing about her. She doesn't have a weapon, and you can't just discard cards. We'll give him to Fengray. Yeah, I have no choice. Fengray will get him. Alright, and at this point, yeah. So that's the pursuit phase, and now it's the heroes phase. And we gotta make this count. Because after this one, we only have one more turn. So we gotta make sure we focus here. So the first things first, we use her to make everybody weak, and we're gonna leave it like that for now. So we're not gonna pay the 2 resolve, but pretty much all the mindless undead is going to be pretty much vulnerable right here. And don't forget, she still has this enemy right here, but it couldn't attack in that phase because it doesn't attack the round it gets into, so that's okay. So but this round it does attack, so we must make sure that we handle it properly. This enemy does not attack on the same round it enters the hero space. Ignores slow. Okay. If it ever becoming rage, it's weak to flame. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say, she's the first thing she's going to do. She's going to equip this bow, which is gonna make it 1 focus, and now to deal 3 damage, 3, and you could do 3 damage for each card. So discard, place 1. Any discard. Okay, so also put 1 poison. So she can do 6 damage, -4 on Karnas. Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She has 3 combat. Does she have 3 combat? Yeah, she has 3 combat. So she's gonna discard 3 combat cards. Okay, we're going after the kill. So pretty much, and plus she's gonna poison him. So what's gonna happen is that's 3, 6, 7. I'm gonna kind of cheat ahead, but 7 minus 2, 7 minus 2. That's 5 damage. So let's see, 5 damage. Alrighty, we're going good. We're going good. And you know what? And all right. Okay. We're not there yet, but. You know what, we could remove this 3 wounds, by the way, and replace it with something like this. So it's easier to, okay, 6, 8, we're about halfway. Okay, so she did that, right? So that pretty much settles that. She did 1 regular action. She could do this fast action, but no, she's not gonna kill it, so it's pointless. Yeah. Nope. And this weapon, bow, gear, piercing, range, reward, weapon, poison. Okay. Don't forget, that extra damage was because poison in the end of the defense phase. Either way, it counts out. So I'm just kind of going ahead a bit. And a second, do you want to go or do you want to wait it out? The thing about them, the allies, has no range. But that one is vulnerable. It has 4, 5. It's an elite. Oh boy. So you know what? This one is going to attack once, which is going to do 3 damage. And this one is going to attack once, which is going to do 3 damage, which is a total of 6 damage, by the way, which will kill it outright, which will be a total of 4. Okay. 4 plus 4 is 8.
which will, oh god, okay, we'll increase the time by 2, which nothing really happens, thank god. So we're good. Alright, and eliminates this. And only one resolve leaked. That's not nice, but we won't go in there. Don't forget to take a resolve. Okay, so we did that, by the way. And is there anything she could do? Draw 3 cards and play this card. Okay, draw 3 cards. Alright, so this gets returned. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what she gets for this 3, plus the cards she has. And see, that's why I hate this. These things move. Okay, move 1 enemy to any hero space. You may discard songs. Allow the owner to draw a card. I think the weapon is here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this reflex. I'm gonna bring Karnas, the betrayer. I'm gonna bring him right to Arati, who will. Hey, what do you know? You have a weapon. Thank you for that. She's not done yet, and didn't make any focus. And okay, and now does she want to equip this? No. Reflex cancel? No. When resolving any action of a sword, you may treat it. No. Draw 1 card if you have an instrument. You may draw another card if you do. Okay, we'll do that. So she'll draw 2 and no focus. Oh yeah, well, 1 focus on that. Oof. Okay, so let's see this again. 1 hero or ally receives 2, so we're gonna do that for 1 focus. 10, and we're gonna go this 2 right there like that. And this we don't care about. 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 Discard 1 song. Card to count. No, we don't care about. Discard 1 arcane card. No regular action. Bury 1 song. Any 1 hero can immediately resolve 1 regular action or 1 ally action. Ooh, this is powerful. So okay, so regular action. Bury 1 song. I'll bury any song for you. Oh, now you can't find any songs, only. Okay, okay, bury this one. As we know, the way I bury is usually I put it right under, so we know it's buried. There you go. And now, first of all, discard 1 arcane. No, we're using this one, Ranger 2, regular action. Bury 1 song card, which I did. 2 focus, which will bring me right here. 12. I don't care. Any 1 hero may immediately resolve 1 regular action or 1 ally action. Well, so it's gonna have to be 1 ally action, I guess. This is an elite 2. Damn. Well, she goes there to attack that one just to do 2 damage. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna discard this because that was our plan anyways. So she's gonna use it to this to do an ally action, which we're gonna bring the focus from 5, I believe it was, to this, which will increase the reinforcement to 1 by 1, and do 1 more, 2 more damage to Karnas, the betrayer. Okay, with this action. And yeah, let's move on. Let's see what else you can do for us. When resolving an action of a sort, no, we don't care. Draw 1 card if you have an instrument card, and you may draw another card if you do. Okay, I do. I love this card. This goes 7, 13 minus that. We go right here. We draw 2 cards because I do have an instrument, my friends. And okay, so fast action. Place a total of up to 3 cards from your any number of your hero discard piles to the bottom of the decks, or heal pretty much 3 wounds. We'll keep this for now. Place a total of up to 3
There's the same thing. So let's see this last card, cancel. She was freaking amazing. Amazing. You know what? Okay. So she's gonna just, for the hell of it, I think once per round as a reflex, you may discard one card to flip one out. So she's gonna discard this to pretty much flip this, upping the resolve, and I think she's gonna end her turn. Yeah, and now it's gonna be an amazing thing because she did her turn. Like this ally took an action, but it took action due to that. Can take an action again because this companion now is away from Rani, and there's nothing that says that he cannot attack again. And the good thing is, let's see what she can do because I know she has the fire damage. It would be nice if she can get rid of him. So first things first, she's gonna equip this weapon, place it in your hand for one focus. Ooh, we have to watch out that we don't enrage him. So is there a way to resolve any one action of a weapon card? If the action deals any damage, place one fire token on this. It's a divine attack. Okay. Regular action, which is this one, which will deal 3 damage, right? Which is divine thing, which is increased flame, which will do 1 extra damage. Okay, so let's do this one by one. If any action, this will be in your hero space, so this will be increased focus by 1. And then it says deal 3 damage or more, right? So she's gonna deal arcane cards to deal +1, and put the fire wound. Where's the fire? We had fire tokens, so we can't find any fire token. Oh, there it is. I know poison I pretty much got, but this, okay. And yeah, this is gonna get discarded now. And don't forget, also it takes an extra damage because it's in flame. It's one of the key words, by the way, for Karnas, divine or flame. I don't think it can get both damage twice, but it does get extra damage, and the flame is there. I should count it, but and then you pretty much 2 arcane cards. 3. So only deal 1 damage. 1 and also it's dazed a bit, so it does 1 less damage. Wow, I don't like that. Also, I'm gonna say fast action, put this here, increase the focus by 1. I'm not done with this weapon. It deal +1 damage. Okay. And that means it's gonna take another wound from this card. I hope you're following me. There's a lot of things going on. A hammer of dawn pretty much increases the damage once you place it here. I increase the focus. You have not increased the focus from the weapon, by the way, which would have bring it to 2 right here, you know, which would cause it to be enraged, but I'm not done yet. So you may divide this effect. Okay, I don't care about that. Move one of our, no, I don't care about that. Is there anything I could do here before it goes in rage? It's stupid because it might screw me over. No, but he could do it. He could handle this issue. So that's right now we're at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're almost done with you. But the problem is it's going to become shielded right now because it's going to be enraged. And when it's enraged, it removes 2 tokens from here, from the main encounter. But we're going to relieve it like this. You'll see why very, very soon. 4 cards. And this is going to be like this. And yeah, I like this. Move up to 3 cards from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. That we'll deal with later. And she has a revealing card from your burial pile. She doesn't have anything buried. Sadly, so you don't. Oh, this weapon gets discarded. And that's all, folks. I don't like that. Okay, so we did this, and I don't like this being undead because this undead will get to attack and they're going to do serious damage. This one is an elite. So now it's Fengray's turn. So let's see what Fengray will do. Don't forget, we have a problem here. We have to remove 2 or 1 token. Yeah, 2. So we got to get back 2 because 2, 4, 6, 8. So right now it's shielded, and Fengray will have to attack. So the first thing he's going to do, oh, this is another elite. So there are 2, they have 5 vitality. That's what makes them so strong. I mean, they may cause extra damage, but they're weakened, so I'm not worried about that. But she's going to do 1 strike of 3 damage to give 1 more objective token. And this is the fire damage. So we said how much we might be able to eliminate Karnas right now. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. 14 with this. 14, and we said it had to be 14. That's 14. So we need 3 more damage. Can we do this? This is a long range. It does flame damage too. So that's 3 damage, right? Because it doesn't matter if it's shielded. Because if it goes into defense and it's still inflamed, it's going to be vulnerable, right? So, oh, by the way, it's shielded right now, so this won't work. We need to do something to... You see, the issue is I can't use that against him because pretty much we need 1 more objective token there. Draw a card. I like that. Useless. Regular action. Resolve any 1 action of a weapon card in your hero if that action deals any damage +2. We don't care about that. Resolve any 1 +2. We don't care about that. Ooh, this is not good. So we have to attack that. I would want this weapon. This weapon is amazing. So, do I focus on this and kill it off? Because it's vulnerable to flame. So we could do that. This is not good. We're going to need another round. And we're only going to have another round. Okay. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to actually take the beating. So we don't add any more reinforcements. We don't add any more problems. And the reinforcement with this will be +2 anyways. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the defense phase. We're going to stop right here, and we're going to go to the defense phase. This is still shielded, so you know what? And we're just going to put the extra wound here. You know what? We're going to relieve 1 wound here. We're going to take 2 off and kill off the confusion here. And quickly, so we have here. And 3, 3, 3. So you know what? I'm gonna remove this 3, and just to make it more apparent of what is going on. And there you go. So that is pretty much it. 3 to 4. That's 12. Yeah, we are 14. We just need several more. But we're gonna have to go to the defense phase. And at this point, the defense phase. And where is the defense phase? Defense. Yeah. Why am I looking confused? Alright, so quickly, the defense phase now. The defense phase is pretty much... Well, this one is going to attack and deal +2 damage if it's enraged, it's not enraged yet, right? So it's not enraged. And so what happens is it's just going to deal 3 damage, blocks, nothing happens. Move right along. This one attacks, does 3 damage, and this will take 1 damage. Ow. Alright. And then this one will attack for 3, and this one will take 1 wound. Okay. And Carnus will attack, and this is where it gets a little wild. So he does 1 less damage, which is 3, thank God, because of this daze. But what he does do is, oh, when an undead enemy, oh, by the way, attacks the same, deals +2 or +2. Okay, so plus put on the enemy. So that takes 2. Sorry for that, because the extra damage Carnus does. Okay. Then, while swing, the enemy activates attack 5 times. Whew. Okay, so it attacks 5 times. So we have to decide who gets the beating twice. But basically, let's go and make it very simple. This is already blocked, so you can't use that as a blocking. And it does 3 damage, right? Because its condition is there, and the condition only gets removed in the end of the defense phase. So if that's the case, then it does only 3 damage. So we need to remove 3 cards into the bury pile. And this is the way we bury things, so we know it's there. Okay. And, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Sorry. So there's 3 physical damage. So cancel 1 damage, no. Cancel 1 damage, no. Cancel 1 damage. Place this card on top of your deck. Okay. So that's 1 of the 3 damage. Reflex, cancel 1 and deal 1 magical damage, which it will block. To attacking enemy, place 1 on the attacking enemy. Discard this card and place it on top of it, or place it on your deck. I'm going to discard it. So what it's going to do is going to increase my focus by 1, bring it to 6, and more importantly, it's going to it's going to when I enrage, I could enrage this enemy instead of that, but instead I used that one. But anyways, it's not a big deal. And cancel 1 damage, which I did 2, so there's still 1 more damage. Try to follow this. Deal 1 damage, but which is blocked, but it's dazed even more, so it's going to do even more less damage now, which I like. So it's okay. I could bear with that. And then, because it's going to be attacking everybody, and it's going to attack with 2 less damage, which is good. And I got 1 more damage to block. We don't want to bring the reinforcement any higher. Or at least not try to. The active location has a borderline. No, it doesn't. Cancel 1 damage. Ah, the hell with it. Gonna bring reinforcement by 1. We're gonna cancel 1 damage. Bottom of your deck. Okay. So basically, blocked all the damage. Nothing got buried. Alright. At the end of your hero turn, reflex 1 and remove card from your bury pile. Okay, nothing got buried. Okay. From your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. Okay, that doesn't help really. So that Carnus attacked here. Now she's gonna attack. He's gonna attack Fengray. And Fengray already used her to defend against that attack. So Fengray can't again use that. Can it do anything to cancel? Cancel 2 damage if you were targeted by a ranged. No, it's not a ranged. So enemy cancel additional 2. So 2 damage, and that's all you need. And there's luckily no focus on that. So you saw that pretty much that's what it did, because 2 damage because of the 2 daze and confuse. Alright. Alright. And now it's her turn. Elithas. And Elithas, let's see if you could block 3 damage. This cancels 2 damage. Only you have to cancel 2. So this blocks 1. And you know what? This gets buried. There you go. There you go. So, alright. And then place this card on top of your deck. Okay. Alright, I could dig that. Alright, you, on the other hand, well, you got 3 damage coming your way, and 2 damage, and this one can easily block it, so that eliminates that. Now the 1 extra attack, who gets it? I'm gonna say you get it, Fengray. Oh, should I give it to Fengray? Oh my god, it's gonna increase both of them. All of them are gonna increase their reinforcement, unless you just take damage and you bury. Okay, I'm gonna bury. I have no choice. Anything good I'm gonna bury? Nah, don't care about it. 2 damage, bury 2 cards. And we are done with the defense phase. And now after the defense phase, by the way, we are going to the encounter phase, and nothing special happens. Time phase, we are in the last spot. So if pretty much, well, we don't end it now, we're done. And reinforcement phase, we got 2 reinforcements coming in, and then pretty much it's the hero's turn. The reinforcement phase. So let's see what 2 mindless suckers we get. And we got a regular enemy. Okay, so who's the lucky one? Who has the most? 6, 5, 6. Okay, so you know what? You're gonna get this enemy attacks twice, each time also dealing damage to all allies and enemies in the area. Okay, no problem. I could deal with that. Your focus will go from 6 to 3. And you, this will go down to pretty much 5 to 2. Good. We have now to do 1 more damage. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be I'm gonna use Fengray to go first. Follow me on this one. So he is really in the shielded position, but it's not. I didn't flip it over, so you have to. And the dazed, by the way, no longer dazed. Okay, now we have only 3 more damage to do because this has 12, 13, 14, and we have to do 17. So what we're gonna do is, the reason why Fengray is gonna go first, he's gonna do the 3 damage with her, Tara, and that's gonna give back the extra this, which means Karnas, which is a bit flipped over, he's no longer shielded, and Fengray can take a cheap shot. So Fengray is going to use this, which is oh, that was going to increase by 1, and Fengray is going to deal 3 damage to a focus. Okay, no problem. And more importantly is then he may discard up to 2 combat cards. Okay, to deal +1. 2 combat cards. Just random 2 combat cards. Come on, find me 2 combat cards. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use these 2 combat cards, which could have gave me extra damage. Add +2. If the action deals any damage, you could pretty much do, you know, +2. But that's where you know what? I'm just going to eliminate it. So it's going to give me +2 focus, which is going to increase the reinforcement by 1, and which is going to yeah. Okay, so that's good. And oh yeah, so that's going to create this, and place 1 flame on the target enemy. So in theory, right now, so that's 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 2. Okay, it's pretty much the 3 damage we need, and we eliminated this enemy. Karnas is defeated. He has been eliminated. He's been a nemesis, but no longer. We have victoriously completed old grievances. We have eliminated our enemies of the mists. That this ugly mist seems to succumb and corrupt our good allies, former allies, but we've been victorious with Fengray, Aseke, Arani, and Elatha. Thank you for watching. Place any comments, questions, or criticism. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.